Today's video, we'll be talking about my cinema rig build. Roll the intro. So in this video, I'm going to talk about my cinema rig build. I'm going to take everything apart. I'll link all the pieces that I use for this cinema build in my bio so that you can check them out for yourself. So let's get into this camera. We have our top handle, small rig. We have our wooden handle, also from small rig. We have our matte box from Tilta, the matte box Mirage. And then we have our focus wheel here on the left. And we have our battery with a D-tap power, which is perfect for powering our monitor, which monitor we're using is the Portkeys monitor. And we're using the Gerald Undone HDMI cable. So this cinema camera, this is the BGH1 from Panasonic. It is a box camera. It can shoot 4K 60 and 10-bit. You can also record Blackmagic RAW externally with this camera. They have a new update for that. This gives me everything that I need. It's compact. It has a nice solid weight to it. It's very solid. When you shake it, you know it's very stern. All the pieces just hold on like really nice. And it feels real good in the hand. And it also looks really nice. Besides being a functional camera for what I need, it also looks very good, very professional. It's one of those conversation starters. This isn't a review of the BGH1, but I do want to say why I purchased this camera is because the box form factor gives you a lot of mounting options. Without the cage, it has a bunch of mounting points, but you still get a lot more mounting points with the cage. It also has HDMI out and SD out, so that gives me versatility when working on certain sets. And because I do a lot of live streaming, I wanted a camera that I can both build out for a cinema rig and that I could also use for live streaming. So this camera is perfect for live streaming. This battery lasts all day. This battery right here can last all day shoot, live streaming and for a production shoot. It also has networking capabilities. Like I said, it has SDI port, it has time code, it has Genlock, and it's a box format, and you can just pretty much build it out. The BGH1 is also a micro four thirds camera. So let's go ahead and break this camera apart. Great, so here we have our camera broken down. As you can see, this is the body to the BGH1. So the only thing I left on here is just this small rig rail mount, and this is used to attach this right here. So just wanted to make note of that. This is an SLR Magic lens. Now, real quick, I have 3 budget cinema lenses that I use. One is the Miki, if I'm pronouncing that right. You can see the name here, Miki. Then of course the SLR Magic and the Rokinon. So these 3 lenses are budget lenses that cost anywhere from like on sale to regular price, anywhere from $300 to $500 per lens. And these are prime lenses, cinema lenses. And these are 3 different companies. I'm actually gonna do a video on my favorite one, my dis and dislikes of using the top 3. And so be on the lookout for that video. So make sure you subscribe so when I do a video on the 3 different budget cine lenses, which is the SLR Magic, the Miki, and the Rokinon. These are all 3 very popular budget cinema cameras. And you know, you may want to look at different reviews before purchasing into an ecosystem of one of them. I just wanted to do a quick side note on that. So be on the lookout for that video. Back to the regular schedule program. Okay, so here we go. All the pieces laid out, used to build out my cinema rig. First thing I do is put my lens on. Next is this M series VBR 98 battery. Like I mentioned, this one has the D-tap on the back. Most cinema rigs built out, people use V-mount batteries. One, because either the camera battery life isn't that great, or they want to power multiple things at once. So one good thing about the BGH1 is the batteries that it uses. This type of battery is the same battery that's used in the Panasonic camcorders. These batteries hold a lot of charge, and this particular battery has a D-tap battery on here, so I don't have to have a rail mount system to mount this, because this kicks directly on here. So for like a very small minimalistic build, you simply can build it. For this particular setup, we're going to use it in the front. Then of course we have our undone cable, coiled cable, which I like. Now this right here, this setup here is a setup you can use as well. This is like a minimum, very minimalistic style. You have your top handle. You can hold this camera from the bottom. You can do your shoots. You know, you can hold this because it's like a bot. You literally can hold the top and bottom hand right here in the front, so you can do your focus pulling. You know, and this is like a good little setup. This is like one build that you can use and just be really small with it. You know, that's all you need. Now for extra support and other mounting and holding options, I really like this handle because it's like a really strong grip. I like it's really nice. So I like to add this to my build. And I like to add my matte box. This slides right on. And this matte box is really cool because you can drop in all the different ND filters, your mist filters, black mist, pure white mist, polarizers, you know, all of that. So that's what makes this having a matte box is really good for shooting in scenarios where you want to cut down the light without stopping up or down. So that's great. And the last piece is my focus puller. I got this on first because the matte box actually blocks boxes view. And here you have it, my BGH1 camera build. Small rig top handle, small rig wooden handle, chilled undone cable, battery, focus puller, tilted matte box, monitor. Quick, so we can power this monitor with an NPF battery, or you can use a dummy battery with the D-tap, which I use often as well. So I have a D-tap dummy battery. I plug in here, plugs right into the top. So you can plug an NPF battery directly on here, or you can use the D-tap and plug a dummy battery. One, it saves weight, and it saves an additional battery to use. And then, like I said again before, this battery lasts a really long time, even when running both the monitor and the camera. But if I know I'm going to have a shoot that's all day, I'm usually going to use a regular battery outside of that. But yeah, you could do some cable management with this. But just for demonstration purposes, I'll just stick it here. But usually I do a better job cable managing that. But yep, see, we got the dummy battery that powers directly in here, and that powers me up. And that's my build. So if you found this video helpful, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe as it helps my channel out, and I'll see you in the next video.